All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be working on lesson 6-3, and we are starting on page 209. 209, this is going to be the lesson. What do you notice and what do you wonder? I love these manipulatives that are stacked over here. These are really good. I'm recording at home, so I don't have my math manipulatives here, but it could come in very handy on this because we could easily lay these in here. Of course, if we lay these squares in here, it's going to take more room, isn't it? But we could still use that. Oh, I do have math manipulatives at home. So you might want to use these. We've got some of these that's up there, or the little bitty cubes. You can use the little bitty cubes too. But if we were building this, we would want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 4, but then we need to go down 3. So that would go down 3. And then we would have to fill it in to find our area. Remember, can have overlapping and can have gaps. So that would be a total number of 12 units. And we can let each one of these represent the inches. So it would be 12 inches. All right. Moving on. Flip it over and let's see what we need to learn. Oh, they're already teaching you what I just showed you, wasn't it? All right. So Marcus is trying to find the area. We're working on the area of the rectangle with square inch tiles. But he runs out of tiles. Uh-oh. Runs out of his manipulatives. What strategy might help you determine the area? Well, one way, we can count the number of tiles in the row, then draw to complete the tiling and count the number of tiles. So we know there's 5, and we know that there's 4. And so then if we complete it, we would count to 20. Another way is count the number of rows and then count the tiles on one row. All right. Then write the multiplication equation to represent the total number of tiles. So they're counting over here and then they're multiplying over here. So I've already been working on the previous lesson with you on this strategy as well. The area of the rectangle is 20 square inches because we're letting that represent 20 square inches. Multiplication can be an efficient way to determine the area of a square rectangle. All right, so let's look. I'm going to move this just a little bit so we can see the bottom. How can you find the area of the square using the side length? Oh, look at this. Because it says square. And what do we know about all squares? All 4 sides are the same. A square, all 4 sides are the same. So if this is 5 centimeters, this is 5 centimeters, this is 5 centimeters, and this side's 5 centimeters. And remember, if we're doing this, this means that we would have 5 going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we would go have 5 going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now after we've got this, you can count each square if you want to, or you could write the math equation. 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters equals 25 centimeters squared. There we go. All right, now we're going on to the next page. So we're on page 211. Pull this back here. How can you label the side lengths and find the area of the rectangle? So there's 1, 2, 2 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on this side. See, they already have the units being square units. So I can do 2 times 4 equals 8, because when we're multiplying times 2, we double the other number. So there were 4, we know it's 8. All right, looking at number 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Have you noticed that Miss Haycraft marks in hers? This is a strategy to help me keep my brain straight when I'm counting. Because sometimes if I don't touch or count, I might miscount and cause me to miss the problem. So I try to do that so I don't make a mistake. So we got 8 times 4 equals. Now, we could count all of these to get to it, but we need to practice our multiplication facts. And I know that I can split this up to 8 times 2 plus 8 times 2. And 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 and 16 would be 32. And they already have our units listed, so we're good there. How can you determine the area of the figure? Label the area with the units. So this one's going to be 8 times 3. So it's going to be 8 times 3. And we've already done 8 times 4 up there, and it's 32. So it's 8 less. We could subtract 8 less. Or we can do 8 times 2, 16, plus 1 more 8. So there's a lot of different ways that we could solve that. And we're going to get to 24 centimeters squared. I messed that up. All right. Looking at the next one. Oh, we have a square, don't we? So if a square means that all sides are the same. So we're dealing with feet this time because it's FT. So we'd have 6 times 6, 6 feet times 6 feet equals. We can break that down. My friendly number to break it down would be 6 times 5, wouldn't it? Plus 6 times 1. You got 30 plus 6. So it's going to give you 36, isn't it? So 36 square feet. All right, we got another square. So this is 4, and YD means yards. Yards. How many feet are in a yard? Yep. 1 yard equals 3 feet. That's what it is. Okay, that was off. That doesn't have to do with today's lesson, but still. So we got to do 4 times 4. Well, we can break that down, can't we? We can go, well, 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times another 2 is 8. So therefore, it's going to be 16 yards squared. We've got 10 times 6. Oh, we love our 10s. So we already know right off the bat that's going to be 60 meters squared. Yay. All right, I'm going to have to move the camera so I can see the bottom one. Why does tiling to find the area of a rectangle result in the same answer as multiplying to find the area? Explain. Okay. Why does tiling, remember tiling is when we make the squares in the box. We draw the lines to find the area that's covering the entire area without any gaps or overlapping of a rectangle result in the same answer as multiplying to find the area. Well, think about that. We've got rows and columns, right? So if this one here was 4 down and 5 across, I could count and get the tiling number, or I can multiply because it's 4 rows of 5, or 5 columns of 4. So that's me explaining. I can put words to it. You can add what you needed to it, because I could count or I could multiply. All right, go ahead and flip your page. Oh, yay, we got a window. This is construction. How can you find the area of the object? Well, if the window's 5 foot high and 8 foot wide, the area of the window is blank square. Well, we know it's feet because that's our unit we're dealing with. And we need to do 8 times 5, which we can count by 5, and we can get to 40. You better make sure you're writing this down, guys, and you're thinking through it. Math is a thinking class. I have mathematicians, not magicians. All right, yay, cookies. We all like cookies. My favorite one's chocolate chips, though. I do not like oatmeal cookies that much, but I will still eat them. All right, the area of the baking sheet is blank square blank. Well, the unit is inches, so we're going to put inches there. And then we've got 9 times 7. So 9 times 7. Ugh, this is one that we might want to think about. So I can decompose that, and I'm going to take out 9 times 5. So if I take 9 times 5 out, I've got 2 left. So it's 9 times 2. So 9 times 5 is 45, plus 9 times 2 is 18. When I add those two together, I get 8 and 5, which is 13. Carry my 1, 1, 4, and 1 is 6, 63. So 63 square inches. These are the ones I hate. Look how much room they give us. Ugh, so irritating. All right. Enrique painted a mural. A mural is a picture on his sister's wall. The side lengths of the wall are shown. So it's 9 feet tall and 8 feet wide. What is the area of Enrique painted? Boy, all this room. We've got to do 8 times 9, don't we? Well, we need to break that apart and take it out. Now, there's a couple different ways we can do this. I could do 8, and I'm going to keep it here and balance my equation. 8 times 5 plus, and then I've got 4 left. 8 times 2, and then I got 2 left, plus 8 times 2. So now I've got 40 plus 16 plus 16. And so I've got 4 tens, 5, 6. So I've got 6 tens, so it'd be 60 plus 12. And then I've got 72. So my answer would be 72. What unit is it? Feet. Feet squared. So 72 feet squared. All right. Number 11, Tanya is wrapping the front cover of her notebook. The cover is 10 inches long and 8 inches wide. Oh, we've got one that we can multiply by 10. So 8 times 10 is 80. And it's inches. So inches squared. Yay! And the last one. A closet floor is the shape of a rectangle. The floor is 18 square feet. What could be the length and the width? Ooh, I love these. I'm going to let you do this one yourself, but go get you some squares and start thinking about it. You can only use 18 of them. And then you're going to draw and make the rows and stuff to show me that it's 18. Then when you get done, turn it in. But make sure you go get your cubes or your squares. Make sure you're turning in all your papers.